there is always a deeper layer of awareness that can be discovered, that can be penetrated, where we can find ourselves having deeper and finer realizations of self. What before was unconscious suddenly becomes so obvious to the conscious mind. Whatever memories, distortions, or traumas we were hiding in our hearts because it was so hard to hold presence to them. It was so hard to hold space for them, as those were the things that clearly mark or shattered our souls in a given point of time or space, because we sign up to have that experience. If it's a huge trauma that involves an aspect of forgiveness, even deeper awareness is required, and even deeper willingness is required to hold space for those aspects of our soul that require so much patience, so much nourishing, so much love. One must not want to or have to get rid of that aspect of the soul. The more we try to get rid of that aspect, or to push it away, or to kill the ego or whatnot, the more it's going to be perpetrated. It's like a dog trying to chase its own tail. That's one of David R. Hawkins' sayings. It's like you're always going to keep going around in circles and circles, and you're never going to truly catch the tail. It's more about the problem. The problem won't be solved from the level of consciousness that it's seemingly created or it's seemingly perceived. In the absolute view of things, there's never a problem, and we're always complete, we're always whole, we're always present and enlightened. But if that was all that there's need to be said, then we would already be there, and we wouldn't be playing in this dream of consciousness where it seems that there are shadows, it seems that there are things that we have to resolve. So that's part of the relative work and aspect of the whole thing, of this whole shift that humanity is having at the moment. Knowing that one must not kill the ego, but one must accept it, love it, and integrate it. One must hold space for whatever wants to come up in our system, for any contraction, for every fear, for every feeling of unsafety, jealousy, anger, resentment, grieved. Whenever our ego tricks us into believing that we are unsafe, that we must protect ourselves, those fight or flight responses that our nervous system picked up at some point in our lifetimes or childhood, etc. Whenever that comes up, to not run from it, to not try to escape it, to just be there and fully hold presence to what that is. So what is it for you? What is that thing, that suppressed memory, pain, regret, judgment that you have been running away from, but now you're ready to face, you're ready to integrate, you're ready to hold space for yourself? The funny thing is that when we finally stop running and we embrace it and we see that aspect that we were trying so hard not to see or push away, or because we were ashamed of it, or we regret it, or it was too painful to even go back and revisit that memory, or how we did that, or so much shame, so much guilt. That's the funny part. Whenever we truly see that aspect in the eyes, it's like the illusion disappears. It's like if it pops out of the field, and all the themes and scenes and catalysts and things that we were projecting in our reality due to that unconscious, subconscious belief that we were suppressing stop happening. It's like the themes that were creating so much chaos, disturbance, and less preference in our lives just disappear, because that aspect of ourselves that was trapped in our unconscious, in our hearts, that was feeling unworthy, unseen, unheard, ashamed, judged, etc., it's finally loved and integrated. So that theme of experiences cease to appear, and then they are replaced by higher realities of love, joy, bliss, and currently more lessons, but lessons that are going to be less shock for your system, are going to be less harsh. And the more we navigate these lessons and the more we integrate these aspects, it's easier because we're less afraid of the pain, because we know what to do with it. We know how to transform it. And I know you know as well.